In 1993, a small town in the United States was shaken by a crime so disturbing that it changed the way the American justice system viewed juvenile offenders forever. The reason? A boy who was only 13 years old committed an act of violence so brutal that it shocked the entire nation. This is the tragic and unsettling story of Eric Smith, one of the youngest people ever convicted of murder as an adult in the United States. Eric Smith was born in 1980 and grew up in Savona, New York, a quiet and close-knit community where almost everyone knew each other. From a very young age, Eric was considered different. He had protruding ears, was physically smaller than other kids, and became a frequent target of severe bullying at school. Classmates mocked him daily, pushed him around, and humiliated him. Teachers and adults noticed that Eric was emotionally withdrawn and socially isolated, but little was done to intervene. Over time, Eric began to display disturbing behaviors. He developed an obsession with violence, showed interest in weapons, and struggled with intense anger issues. To the outside world, he appeared to be just another troubled teenager, but inside something much darker was taking shape. On August 2nd, 1993, Derek Roby, a 4-year-old boy, left his home alone to walk to a nearby park. In that small town, this was considered normal and safe, but Derek never arrived. Hours later, his body was discovered in a wooded area near the park. The scene was horrifying and immediately plunged the community into fear and disbelief. One question echoed through the town: who could possibly do something like this to a child? The investigation soon revealed an unimaginable truth. Eric Smith had encountered Derek along the way and lured him into a secluded wooded area. There, Eric carried out a violent and deliberate attack. According to investigators, the crime was not a momentary loss of control. Eric demonstrated awareness of his actions, attempting to conceal the body and remove evidence afterward. When questioned by police, Eric initially denied involvement. However, after further interrogation, he eventually confessed. What shocked investigators even more than the crime itself was the fact that the perpetrator was only 13 years old. Eric Smith was tried as an adult, an extremely rare decision for someone so young. During the trial, the defense argued that Eric suffered from serious psychological disturbances, worsened by years of bullying, social rejection, and emotional neglect. The prosecution, however, maintained that Eric understood exactly what he was doing and that the crime was intentional and premeditated. After weeks of testimony and expert evaluations, the jury reached a verdict: guilty of second-degree murder. Eric Smith was sentenced to 9 years to life in prison with the possibility of parole. Eric spent most of his life incarcerated, surrounded by adult inmates from a very young age. His case sparked national debate across the United States. Can a child be fully responsible for such a crime? Did society fail Eric long before the murder occurred? Can bullying and untreated mental health issues contribute to tragedies of this magnitude? The case of Eric Smith continues to be studied in psychology, criminology, and law courses to this day. After spending 27 years in prison, Eric Smith was granted parole in 2021. He walked free as an adult man, carrying a past that can never be erased. Even today, the case deeply divides public opinion. Some believe he served his sentence and paid his debt to society. Others argue that certain crimes should never be forgiven, regardless of age.